Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 22. It's time for another Season 9 2009 game mode, and this time we're in Donington Park with Colin Edwards. And of course it is in the wet, replicating what happened in 2009. So our objectives are relatively simple: finish in 3rd position and distance the 4th place finisher by at least 1 second. Oh, the massive contact with Alex DeAndres as Edwards give him a bit of a bump up the rear. Now I did find in this particular objective it was quite difficult. I will confess I did have to drop the AI just a little bit just to make sure I've got the speed, and it was really tough. And the problem I had is that I just returned back to Ride 4 a couple of days ago with a video you will be seeing very soon here in Donington Park. So the feeling was that I was braking like you do on Ride 4, I was handling the motorcycle like you do on Ride 4, and it didn't correspond well with MotoGP 22's riding style. So here with Colin Edwards I was finding it a little bit difficult to maintain the speed on the motorcycle and to also maintain the composure without slipping and sliding. And I've got to say, it doesn't feel much different, but it just feels enough different to have a different sort of interpretation of the bikes and the feeling of these motorcycles. It was a strange one, but honestly it was felt great to be back on Ride 4 a couple of days ago. You will see the video very soon because it's all about Donington Park, and of course, as mentioned in a previous video, I think a few times now, I am going to Donington Park in 2 weeks time to watch the World Superbike round, and honestly I cannot wait for it, and I hope to see you guys there. I'm going to be at a BMW Ride 4 trailer, so I do hope you're going to be around. We've got some awesome stuff happening there, and of course you even get to see me, so yeah, it's a bonus. But back to the action that is unfolding ahead of us. We are 16 seconds away from the leader, Andrea Dovizioso, but that is not our objective. Our objective is to get past Dani Pedrosa, who's currently 2 seconds up the road as the young Spaniard, or at least at this point a very small Spaniard as well. As we're now going to Coppice for turn 8, we're going to try and bring on the power, but be very gentle. With power setting 3, you can really spin up the rear in these wet conditions, so we've got to be very careful upon the approach. So the S is now going firm on the brakes, left boot touching the floor, as we now go to the left hand side, now to the right hand side, taking time away from the Spaniard ahead of us on the Repsol Honda. 15 seconds is the gap to Dovizioso, so we are cutting in not only to the riders ahead, but the lead of the leader as well. So good job so far from Colin Edwards, and looks like we might be able to attack Pedrosa. Turn 1, maybe Redgate, maybe a little bit further over, not entirely sure. We'll see what happens as we come out to Goddard's now for the 11th corner. Coming out of the apex there, nice and smooth on acceleration in the slipstream. It's a 132.147 for the man on the Tech 3 Yamaha. Now go to the right hand side for the Redgate corner. Pedrosa is way wide there. He needs another ticket to get back onto the circuit. He was so wide, he had no chance of regaining the position. So we have taken over, and now we're 3 seconds back from Randy de Punier. That could be difficult. The man on board the LCR Honda, the Playboy Honda I think it was at this point. We'll see how we can get on from here on out. It's going to be a difficult one, this one, to be quite honest with you. Penultimate lap of this challenge with a 2.7 second gap. Oof. Oh, I don't know, guys. that might be a little bit too difficult. We'll see what happens, but for now I'm not feeling all that confident. We're going to have to take at least a second and a half away from him into this final sector. The gap is down to 2.6 seconds. We're going to have to go really late on the brakes here and get this one absolutely perfect. The city boot touching the floor once again, nice and tight to the apex, nice and tight to the second part of the apex. The gap is plummeting down to 2 seconds. Is this enough? 1.8, 1.9, it's still not really moving as much. We have to get this part right. Got it. Oh, 1.5, we really cut into it there. Coming out of the apex, out of Melbourne Hairpin, we have really closed in now to Randy de Punier, but I've got to tell you, this bike doesn't feel stable. It's like slipping on ice right now. But we're going to keep on pushing. We're going to get another 132 lap time. It's a 132.5. Hard on the brakes will go now for the first corner. Rear brake sliding in, going a little bit wide into Redgate. But bringing on the power, this is going to be absolutely crucial to see if we can chase down the Frenchman ahead of us. So keeping it nice and tight to the apex of Hollywood. Flick it over to the left hand side, get onto the Craner curve, just try and avoid the rumble strip there ever so slightly, and brake into the right hand of the old hairpin. Nice and tight to the apex once more. 9/10 of a second as we go into Starkey's Bridge for the left-hander. Rossi's actually getting in range as well in the camera as we now go to the left-hand side for the Swans curves. Now into McLean's for turn 7. Keep it in nice and tight. Oh, this is coming. This is going to happen. We can get the overtake, that's probably not a problem. It's the 0.9 seconds of advantage we need. That's the part I'm struggling with too. Oh, be careful if you get onto the rumble strips there, ladies and gentlemen. The wet track, the wet rumble strip was really slippy at this point, but hard on the brakes will go into the S's. Do we get the lunge up on the inside of Depunier? Oh, he's fighting back. He's on the grass. He's pushing us wide. Goodness me, that might have just ruined it. That might be the moment there, ladies and gentlemen, that stops us from getting this objective. But if not, I'm still going to be happy with finishing in 3rd place, because this challenge has been relatively tough. But coming out of the Melbourne hairpin, the gap is 9/10 of a second now. Has he made a mistake into the Melbourne hairpin? If he has, we've got this one. I think we've got it. 1.2 seconds, 1.3 seconds, 1.4. I think we've done it. Ladies and gentlemen, job well and truly done. Colin Edwards takes 3rd place and Randy Depunier finishes a 2nd behind. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that one. That was a pretty crazy race actually for the Season 9 2009 game mode. But if you enjoyed, let me know in the comment section down below. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.